All right, so we got after streamer drama from the Streamer Awards. Seems like a lot of blacks are crashing out. There's a lot of people in the community talking about this, specifically the blacks. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what everybody is saying here. Like I said, one thing's for sure is when something happens to a person of the black community, one thing blacks will do is practice that fake black unity that we love to just practice. But we don't like to practice that shit 365 days a year. What we do is we like to fake it for group think, group hug, analytical gain. All right, that can mean likes, that can mean retweets, that can mean follows, that can mean anything, all of the above, right? Circle jerks. All right, so we got Dante. I'm gonna assume that he's crashing out. If you know anything about Dante, when there's black issues, he's going to be the most pandering loud in the room to make sure that he's 100% on the black side, even if the black side is in the wrong and or could have acted a certain way. It's gonna be Mr. Majin Buu Tattoo himself. Let's see what he has to say.
Because it was like little seeds of this shit happening like throughout the show. It's like the whole WL side was only getting picked on when they were coming at they were saying they were talking about Phantom. They was trying to say FaZe was homophobic and women haters, and then they tried to get Rage to name a color on a trans flag and shit like that. It's just like, oh my god, bro. Oh my god, man. Nah, Hassan got it bad too. The low-hanging fruit. They just talked about the dog. And like I said, it's the low-hanging shit, bro. It's all the low-hanging shit. That's all it is. Like I said, the majority of it was on the WL side. That's why it feels like it was super highlighted when the Kai thing started to happen. It just felt like, it's like, yo, when it got to that point, it was like, what are we doing? It just got awkward. And like I said, I'm not coming at fan, but it just didn't hit for some people, bro.
Now, somebody in chat, you said that there was also queso jokes. I would love the link to that.
Didn't hit for some people. Do you actually think she wrote them jokes? Be for real. So if that's the case, that's even worse. Like, that doesn't help your point at all. Like, that doesn't help the point at all. It actually makes it worse. It makes it significantly worse. Because if niggas is sitting down and that's not off the top of her head, if niggas is sitting down coming up with jokes for these creators.
Why is that a problem? It's a comedy show. Comedians come up with jokes. They know who's going to be in the seats. They knew the whole layout of the award show and chose who to make the jokes about. They chose to joke about the most popular people in the room. And there was even an Hassan joke. It'd be different if there was no Hassan jokes, no other jokes about anybody but blacks. But come on. Niggas were there too. Hassan was there. Somebody said there was queso jokes. I don't see a problem here.
That's it? Is that it?
If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it.
Like, this is a look. This look right here. This is the look of a black man that can't take a joke. Just that simple. Without going into a tirade. Like, it ain't that serious, bro. You're getting money. You're young. You're successful. It's not the end of the world because fucking fan made a goddamn Diddy joke. Like, come on, bro. Realize the seat that you're in the position that you're in, and not raw out of the situation and morph this situation into the BET Hip Hop Awards, which that's what the fuck they did.
Yo, Z!
If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be fun.
Yo, Z! Thank you for the donate.
There was something else somebody told me to click. Let me see. The queso joke.
I want to congratulate Kai for reaching over 1 million subs. Incredible. He just barely beat out Queso, who could only eat 900,000 subs.
I don't see queso or people, all the Caucasians with red beards and red hair crashing out, saying that was ginger. What we call it, gingerism, right? I don't really see anybody doing that because, like I said before, just can't take jokes. We can deliver jokes, but we can't take them. It's equivalent to, you guys ever been in school where black kids, your kid, you see other black kids clowning somebody else that's not black. Yeah, your shoes good. Blah, blah, blah. You're like, fuck you, your hair's naughty. They say, what? They just start beating up the white kid. Like, bro, you started roasting. I roasted back. Now there's a fucking problem. Like, we're roasting appearances. You said my shoes was fucked up. I said your hair was crunchy and 4C and fungusy. Now we're fighting. Exactly. Some of us, we know, you know what I mean? Yeah. Let me see what else we got here. All right, so that's just one thing. Here's Jason talking about it. Jason and Wayne also revealed that Fan was crying at the Streamer Awards after party. The floor host just wasn't for her. As much as I love Fan, it just wasn't for her.
After party, Fan did cry. I don't even know why I aired that out. I probably shouldn't air that out. I already did though, but you know, the jokes were not the best. I will agree. When I was hearing the jokes, even before FaZe, I did not like that joke about the homophobic shit and transphobia, misogynistic shit. I don't like those jokes. But, she wasn't trying to, like, offend anyone.
My question is, why is Jason more mature than Tylil about the situation? Because, I mean, he's Asian. He could just crash out for all Asians. Like, he's one of the top, or if not the top Asian streamer. So he could have came on here crashing out for Asians. But it seems like it's only blacks that are just immature when it comes to a lot of things. Everybody else could be calm about the situation. Kind of see things from the outside and kind of come with a cool delivery to the point where it's not something that, what's the word I'm looking for? Confrontational. But it's only that want to make things confrontational. Do I think blacks are too sensitive? Well, if I'm black and I only ever caught fade in life with blacks, what do you think?
Fan has always shown the FaZe love. At the same time, she was just trying to, how you say this, bro? I'll be a good floor host. But I'll be right. I'll be real. I don't think that's her shit, bro. I'll be real. As much as I love Fan, I don't think that's her shit.
Somebody said something in chat. You said, look how old Rakai is. Let me ask you guys a question. How old is Rakai real quick? I know the answer, but I just want you to tell me again. So who in here that was 16 years old, you didn't know exactly what the fuck you were doing at 16 or 17 years old? There's not a nigga in here that didn't know exactly what the fuck they were doing at 16, 17 years old. Your brain is fully capable of knowing exactly what you're saying, what you're doing, any trouble you get into, all of that shit. We can't keep using this age as a fucking excuse. Bro, when you're 16, you know what and what not to say. There is no old that is young. No, there ain't no fucking excuses. Especially in a fast-forwarded timeline where you have all the knowledge right here on your desktop. So technically, I could be smarter than a 16-year-old 20 years ago. I could be smarter than a 16-year-old 10 years ago because I'm 16 in 2025. So my cognitive is going to be skyrocketed. Like, my IQ should be fast-forwarded because I have tech behind me. So I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, he's young, blah, blah, blah. Listen, Rakai knows what the fuck he's doing on stream. You said, oh, hell no. Nah. You said you posted a clip. You posted a Rakai supporters. You're fucking... Yeah, and so he's around older people as well. So he actually has the chance to mature a little bit even faster. He's technically a 16-year-old that's on his own. I'm guessing he's homeschooled too, right? All right, so here's the Rakai. Stop wrinkling your forehead like this at 16, bro. You're going to regret it when you're 20. So, here's Rakai on YouTube. This is where he can crash out and he doesn't have to worry about shit, which I think, me personally, I think Rakai would be a better YouTube streamer because he'd have more leeway. But let's click and see what he has to say.
Yo. What's the coolest thing you've ever stolen?
You wanna know what I was gonna say? I'll say, listen, what's the coolest you ever saw?
And look, I can't really talk too much because I've said a lot more as a lot older. But I mean, let's just say this though. Let's just say this. All right. The position that Rakai is in, that's what makes it look bad. All right. Me, I've always been by myself. I've always been like a one-man army. Rakai's in a different position, man. Like, you got to learn how to control your emotions better than this, bro. You're connected to Kai. So, unfortunately, anything that he says is Kai's going to get the backlash for it. That's the fucked up part. Let's let the whole clip play.
What's the coolest you ever sucked? Get the fuck off my dick. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that shit to her face.
Bro, stop with the fake Muslim shit. He should have just said that right there. Is the personality different offline than it is online? Because in the IRL setting, that's what you should have said. Main point is he's trying to act grown. Yeah.
Bro, and for everybody. But I had to just sit down and think. I'm black, petite, sit the fuck down and chill. I was gonna say that shit.
You said he was saying the N-word during the streamer interviews? I told you guys, look, let me just hold that.
I was like, bitch, what's the coolest you ever fucking suck? To her, I was gonna say that. But
Well, you just said it right now.
just calm down, bro, and you know, and like, you know, see why she even said that shit. Cause whole time, now I get it. Like, she said it cause, you know, I got banned for giving that girl flowers, but she didn't really understand is that whole time I had my assistant tell the lady that she never bought it, she put it back, but that wasn't on camera,
So he understands why she made the joke, but still said, okay, I should have just said, fuck you, bitch. What's the biggest you ever sucked, whatever the fuck. If he understood the joke, where's the crash out? Why's the crash out if you understood the joke, bro?
Nah, real shit, fuck you.
All right, look, I can't really get on this case that nasty because I'm low tier god. So, I mean, I've said way worse shit than that. It's just about the position that he's in. That anything that he says, Kai's gonna get the blowback. That's really all it is. He could have said this shit I said this shit way older than 16. So, I've said a lot of shit over the years. You know me, but Rakai, you're in a different, you know what I'm saying? You're in a different ball game than me. You're 16, you're successful, you're getting good money a month, you're living a 16-year-old's dream. Like, basically just living a rich dream at 16. You're connected to Kai, you got Kai vouching for you, saying you're the next funniest streamer. You gotta understand how to control your motherfucking emotions. 16 is not an excuse to be crashing out, doing dumb shit, getting yourself banned, recording yourself doing fucking fake crimes on stream. Like, come on, bro. Niggas already think we steal. So the fact that you do little shit like that, come on, man. So I don't know. I can't really, like I said, I can't really get on this case nasty for saying that because I've said worse. But yeah, just he's got to control what he says just because of the position that he's in just a little bit more. I thought it was gonna be something bad. It wasn't really that bad anyway. You said, at least I said the shit. I wasn't acting entitled. Well, all these niggas act entitled. Anybody that's connected to Kai acts entitled. You know that. They're on a high horse that basically they didn't work for or deserve to be on. Somebody gave it to them. So there's the aspect in that. It's like, where's the arrogance coming from a nigga that literally was given your platform? That's one of my issues with this type of shit. These orgs and everything like that where people put you on. You said he was already relevant? Relevant in what way? I never heard about him until Kai put him on. No disrespect. If Kai didn't do whatever the fuck, he wouldn't have been in no BET Awards. He wouldn't have been here, been there, been streaming with celebrities, all that. So let's not act like that shit wouldn't have, like that wouldn't even have been applicable if it wasn't for Kai. I didn't know who he was till I started seeing him on Kai streams. Didn't Click start around the same age as him? But Click was good at Fortnite. You said he was famous on TikTok, but you're right, Kai made him more famous. Yeah, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just like, we're just having a conversation here. Let me see what other clips are here. So we did I'm Dante, we did Jason, we got the Rakai clip that's, to me, is not really bad, honestly. It's just the fact that he's like still a minor saying shit like that. That's all. You know what? There's actually more. Let me go to my bookmarks.
The show. It's like the whole WL side.
Just the term WL is corny in itself. It makes it sound like blacks are trying to be segregated to one side of Twitch. If that was the case, T-Pain should have went ahead and greenlit Twitch Black, because they wanted to do Twitch Black years ago, and they wanted T-Pain to actually push that Twitch Black, and T-Pain actually denied Twitch Black. Otherwise, they would have had us in a barbecue category on some BET shit. All right, here's Phantom talking about it. Let me see what he says.
Yo, so look, right? So this is what I understand from the streamer words. This is what I get.
Phantom Tree.
Wait, hold on. You said Tylil wasn't famous on TikTok before Kai. It's always been Kai that gave him any type of fame. They are childhood friends. Makes sense. I got this there too.
So basically, my logic tells me that they were trying to, I guess it's supposed to be a roast, but I don't think they understand that it was, but see, I don't think that was communicated either. So I guess like the audience, I guess it's supposed to be a roast. Like it's supposed to be that, but it's just a bad comparison. I ain't gonna lie. I think
here's the thing: is it a bad comparison when have any of you guys ever seen the roast of such and such that Comedy Central used to actually do? If these thought that was a bad thing, oh man, you wouldn't have wanted to be on the roast. Remember the roast of Donald Trump, the roast of this, the roast of that? Ooh. See, the world is too soft for shit like that now. Imagine Kai in the hot seat on Comedy Central for the roast of Kai Cenat. Oh man.
It probably would have been funnier if the documentary the documentary didn't release, because it's like if it said like a Jeffrey Dahmer joke or some shit, right? Like it's bad because it's like you gonna like, for example, me, it was so much shit about Jeffrey Dahmer that I didn't personally know about, right? I deadass just don't know about. You feel me? Respectfully, I don't know, but I know he was a heinous criminal that was bugging the fuck out. So
exactly. And thank you. Somebody said over there on Emerald, award shows have always had pop culture jokes. So I don't know why everyone is tight, even if they were funny or not. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, people are just being too soft about it. If Kai didn't say shut the fuck up or fuck you, yo, give me that mic, because you know he could have. He's Kai. Nobody else should be crashing out like that. It seems like everybody else is more mad about it than Kai. All right, here's somebody else, streamer friend, a fan on the joke.
Stupid. These people are stupid. These people are stupid. They can't take jokes, man. They're fucking streamers, okay? These guys are fucking streamers. Get out of the fucking streaming space if you can't handle it. Oh my god. Chat, roast us every fucking day, and these young kids can't take a goddamn joke. That is streamers should be the biggest people. I mean, we should be able to take the jokes the most, because we fucking deal with it every fucking day. If you can't take a fucking joke, get the out of here, you loser. You fucking loser. And if you're gonna be crying because I called you a loser for that, get out of my face.
Now, the difference is, if you're Asian, you can't really roast this, so you have to be quote unquote politically or BLM correct. Now, if this was a black, they would have been saying all types of and everything, just cooking and then labeling it as a joke. All right, so here's the stock guy talking about it. So the stock guy talks about what Tylil allegedly wanted to do. Well, they're probably clipping him out of context. That's probably not what he meant and said, according to one of his tweets. The 2025 Streamer Awards, and after Fan District, Kai says, I go down to the bathroom and I hear somebody saying, fuck that bitch. Who does she think she is? You must listen until the end. It's a 3-minute clip, unfortunately, but.
And I think that kind of like did it. Oh, true story. I don't know if I should tell you this or not. So I'm in the middle, right? And I see them down there and I hear the guy take the mic.
He said XQC confirmed that he said that. Can I get the XQC clip?
About if you're going to tell a joke, at least make it funny. I didn't even get the joke or whatever. And then go like, And then we went to an intermission. I go down, I go down to the bathroom. As I walk in the bathroom, I hear somebody come in and go, yo, f that bitch. Man, f that.
Oh, so he was there. So he heard the derogatory.
Fucking toss that. Well, I'll fucking knock her fucking teeth out. How's she gonna suck with no teeth? Man, f that. Who the f she thinks she. And I was like,
man, somebody was rogging out like that. That's what I'm saying. See, you can't invite a multitude of this to an award show. Like, what? We talking about domestic abuse, beating a woman damn near possibly over a joke. Because anytime a woman is hit, you have to consider it as almost beating if you're a man, because you're a man. So to even say that is wild. It goes to show you that niggas are unhinged, and that not everybody needs to be in certain places. You can't invite Kai and the whole crew. You got to invite specific niggas. You see how blacks are turning streaming into a negative thing? Streaming was never supposed to be a negative thing with beef, but it's always niggas that fuck shit up.
And then he started saying some shit about, I don't want to repeat it, about some things that are assault-wise that he's going to do. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, this guy really, I thought it was a bit. And this dude's in the bathroom talking about he's going to straight up fucking beat the shit out of her and do some horrible things to her. And I was coming out of the bathroom and I was like, yo, man, are you okay? Like, you good? And he looked at me like this. And his friend goes, man, he's just from New York. And then they both left. And I was like,
that's one thing blacks we love to do too. Blacks, we love to blame our blocks and our cities for how we act. That's the crazy thing, nigga. I'm really from Baltimore, so the shit y'all niggas do, like, y'all, I really fuck it up from where the fuck I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, from my city, if it's LA, that's what I keep saying, man. Y'all just keep playing silly motherfucking games. I really pull my shit out the car and black. Like, y'all don't be with me. I'm really from the city. I'm really like that on the dead homies. Like, blacks, we love blaming cities for how we act. Yo, word of my dads, like, man, that dumbass really come over here talking like that, man. I'm really like that. I don't give a fuck. Where the fuck she thinks she from? I'm really like that. I really punch Chun-Li in the shit though. Like, what are my dads? I really do that. I really do that shit to her. Like, I ain't got nothing to lose anyway. I'm here to support my mans. Just because of what city? So are we confirming that it was Tylil that said that? I don't want to believe that.
yo, man, are you okay? Like, you good? And he looked at me like this, like,
Hold up. Okay, I'll get to it.
this. And his friend goes, man, he's just from New York. And then they both left. And I was like, normally it's none of my business and I don't get involved in it. But I'm thinking to myself, do I need to talk to somebody? Like, is this dude like just doing that? And then I realized we're also at a Streamer Awards and his boys are around. So I'm like, I gotta keep an eye on this shit. Like, he'll probably cool down through the night, but this dude really lost his shit. Like, I thought it was a bit, but then in the bathroom, this dude's straight up talking about how he wants to fucking like beat her up, like break her fucking teeth in, and then like obviously saying some shit, like talking about beating the shit, like actually physically beating her, and then moved on to like actual SA shit with her. And I'm like, dude, this is like,
oh hell no. He said he was gonna commit capital R. So not only are you saying that you want to beat this Asian queen, but you're thinking about her in a harassment, battering way. So now niggas are acting like Dawsons? I doubt an ICE warden would lie. I don't want to call him an ICE warden, but I doubt a white guy would lie. Especially the tech guy. Why would he lie? I'm crunching numbers. I'm seeing what stocks are going to hit. Like what? It's like, I'm not going to sit here and lie about a ROG.
this dude is like taking this shit too far. So like I was like, I'm gonna keep an eye on this dude. If he like doesn't cool down, I'm gonna have to go talk to somebody, because like that's just like, I get that you're talking in front of your boys, but you can't say that shit. You can't say that shit. You know what I mean? And so, but that was it. But I thought it was a bit. I literally thought it was a bit. I really thought it was a bit. I really did. And then the dude just started losing his fucking mind. So I'm like, I don't even know his name. I just remember that I was taking a piss and this guy was losing his fucking mind. and he was really upset about it. So I was like, man, I'm gonna keep an eye on this dude because like if this dude does like still starts acting like I'm gonna have to say something, you know. But if he's just trying to act from his boys, you know, like I get it, but you can't, you know, you get it, man. And I know fan too, so like I gotta look out for her. You know what I mean? Like some people take shit too far.
Who doesn't talk about their military service? The tech guy.
I guess the guy cooled down eventually.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing about these Zacks and things like that. Like, you know, it'll be a guy like the tech guy, just a nigga that casually does 3 days jujitsu, casually doing MMA for fun, that'll really just fuck you up on the low. And you just have no idea. You just think because you're black that your crash out is what's gonna whoop your ass that's what's gonna help you whoop ass in a fight. So that's probably why he was just like kind of lingering around like, let me just see what's going on, because somebody's talking about committing the R, somebody's talking about bashing a woman's teeth in, and I gotta make sure things are all right. Yeah, of course street fighting is not a skill. It's just throwing random 50 framers. Yeah, so there's that, and then there's one more clip. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't consider him a liar. I believe he said he heard what he said. Here's a tweet from him. He said, "I never said the name of the person. This is false." So he did not say a name in the clip that we watched, which is correct. There was no name being said. So I will vouch for that because we just watched an entire 3-minute clip and he did not say a name specifically. So we will not put that on Tylil's name. Let's see here. Detective XQC exposes Tylil for lying about not leaving after Kai Cenat's award to threaten Fan, making him prime suspect in the stock guy Fan drama. So maybe it was. XQC said it. He's white, so you know, white guys really don't lie for the most part.
Let me cook now. Ray. So this is missing. He's missing, yeah? No? He's missing.
Oh no, I'm not defending Zax at all. I'm not defending Zax. I'm just saying, like, why would a Zach have a reason to lie about something he heard outside of the bathroom without saying a name? It'd be different if he said it. Yeah, so it was the guy with braids, blah blah blah. All right, this clip might be all over the place with XQC, but
The white collar in his seat.
He was not talking about me. Move on, because I ain't gonna lie. First of all, me and
Seat. The white collar in his seat.
he was not talking about me. Move on, because I ain't gonna lie. First of all, me and Dez was never even in. I went to the bathroom one time, and me and Dez was never even in the bathroom with each other. So y'all saying two names that it's no correlation, because me and him wasn't in the bathroom with each other, and I didn't even speak about that situation.
also, guys, when I say why would a white guy lie, like, you got to understand my jokes. That's not something I actually really believe. Just you got to like understand when I say certain shit, it's on purpose. It's just if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
And I went to the bathroom before that even happened.
So who in the chat? Everybody said it. He said after. He said after. He said after. Shut up, debunker. You've been debunked live. You have been debunked in live motion, and you feel bad about it. And I know you're sitting and stunning live on air. I could never do it myself.
So was it him or not? Guess the world may never know. There's something else I was gonna click on. Oh yeah, it was the Tylil clip. Let me get that. Where you guys said he doubled down on a derogatory. It wasn't Ray, because he's not from New York. It'd have to be one of the two is from New York. How many people at the table was from New York? You boil it down to that. So Tylil explains why he crashed out at the Streamer Awards. I wouldn't call it a crash out, but why he just got black and animated. Explains why he crashed out at the Streamer Awards host, Fan for making a joke about Kai looking like Diddy. He said, "You're making light of all of Diddy's victims."
The victims, you're making light of all the people who suffered behind the fact that this man is a fucked up human.
That's what I was getting at. That documentary is so fucking wicked.
This is how I know is are surface level thinkers. The documentary, when you watch it, it's literally edited to make Diddy look like the worst possible on the platform via being co-directed by 50 Cent. We'll just say fully directed by 50 Cent. And it's footage that Diddy was actually paying for, but he didn't actually put out the doc because he didn't have it chopped up the way he wanted it chopped up, and they bought the footage, right? 50 and Netflix got the footage, and they did whatever the fuck they wanted to with it. Come on, bro. Like, you don't understand what a hit piece is? The Diddy shit is a hit piece. We're not saying Diddy was the greatest of all. You know, he fucked a lot of people over in business, everything, right? But it was a hit piece. So here's what I think happened with Tylil. I'll explain to you when the clip's over.
No, like, bro, I swear to God, did y'all watch the documentary? Did y'all really watch the documentary? Shit.
You're trifling as
Nah, there's definitely a different clip. There was another clip. Let me tell you from the body actions that I'm getting from Tylil, right? This is a man that went home, probably thought about what he said, and wish he never said it. I don't give a fuck what fake double down shit he said he did. I guarantee you this nigga went home. Just by the way his face looks, he went home and was like, damn, did I really need to say that shit to her? Like, fuck, like, I mean, I'm gonna double down though, cause I'm tired, but probably shouldn't have said that shit, or probably should have just fucking ignored it. I could just read the body language. There we go, perfect, post-raw clarity. Because look how he tried to deflect it he tried to deflect it by using the Diddy documentary on why he quote unquote crashed out. Well, that's the end of that shit. Streamer drama, or I don't even want to call it streamer drama. I want to call it black drama. This goes to show you, like I said, like I've been saying since yesterday or since the streaming awards even started, that black people simply cannot take a joke. It's not that serious. If somebody roasts any characteristics about us, it's not serious, because we like to do the same things. Blacks, we love to roast all races. We love to roast their food, how they look, how they talk, dress up like them, put on makeup like them, appropriate their culture, everything, right? But as soon as somebody does it to us, Houston, we have a fucking problem, and it's we shall overcome, and it's shade room comments, and it's something that black people love to be finicky about, is the fake unity that we have in our community, which we don't. So there's only streamer drama because blacks were involved, and niggas don't know how to take jokes. It was supposed to be a fun, playful thing where you go here, you get roasted, you get your awards, we make our jokes, we go home, and we live to see another day. But just like everything else, niggas are real sensitive, can't take jokes in current day, but we love to tell jokes ourselves as comedians and roast the fuck out everybody else, even if we're not a comedian. What else is new? Blacks can't take jokes.